Elimination Saturday underway. Cindric up front in the 22 and already into the wall, and now the 18 goes around. Harrison Burton spins. We saw just in front of the 18.
Hold on right there.
The 19 has damage. Brandon Jones, the hood almost off of this car.
We know it is crazy on starts and restarts, and we see why. So narrow. The widest part of this racetrack is actually the corners. When you file off the corners down the straightaway, there's very little room.
All right, a car got into the wall in front of Harrison Burton. Let's take another look at what happened here coming out of 2.
Harrison gets really loose, basically by himself. He had a car on the outside. 19 nowhere to go. Makes contact with the 18. Harrison making his first Xfinity start here.
Yeah, that's the last thing Harrison wanted to do, is be involved in a situation where you see right there.
That's Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick very loose also.
So was the 7 of Justin Allgaier. He was almost around.
That's the last thing that you want to do, is be involved in a situation with your teammate in this point battle. Both those cars really sideways.
Obviously, the grip level of the racetrack and not what the drivers expect, as we have 3 cars getting sideways, one of which the 18 spinning around, 19 with heavy contact. Noah Gragson gets fortunate, kind of gets by on the bottom. Take another look right here. If you look all the way at the left, Tyler Reddick is up the racetrack and sliding. Here's the 18, and look at the 9 squeezed by nowhere for Brandon Jones and the 19 to go.
Something on the 19 car, too, that's a bigger concern is when he made that contact with Harrison. I feel like it may have damaged the radiator. I feel like I see some water coming out.
The radiator was moving around. You can see that when he was still going around the car.
You see on the left, that's Tyler Reddick. He's going to repair the right rear quarter panel. On the right, Brandon Jones. Look at the steam. That looks like day over.
Coming back for the restart. Austin Cindric, a great restart there as he was able to jump out in front of Cole Custer in the 00. We'll see how they do through 2 this time around. Justin Allgaier in that 7. He was sideways.
2 times we've seen the outside line launch much better than the inside.
Here comes Christopher Bell in the 20 also.
The news came that Tyler Reddick will be racing on Sundays. Those races are twice as long as Christopher Bell makes a little contact with the outside wall. Tyler Reddick racing on Sundays against Christopher Bell.
Yeah.
Both of these drivers already know next year they'll be moving to the Cup Series.
And we're seeing Christopher Bell falling back quickly.
Oh, sounds like an engine issue. No fuel pressure. No fuel pressure for the 20.
So here making the move on the outside of Allgaier, gets out of the groove a little bit, then gets into the wall. Would they be connected, Steve? Making contact and then lose the fuel pressure?
Well, these cars do, most of them run a mechanical fuel pump. What that is, the pump is actually in the trunk, and there's a cable that drives it. Unlike the Cup cars that are fuel, let's see here, they go under the hood.
Horrible start for Joe Gibbs Racing. I mean, I'm not sure it could be any worse.
Caution has come out again. The Harminator this time coming off of turn 4. Had a little help, turned around and into the wall. Look at this. John Hunter Nemechek in the 23 comes up, tags him.
Yeah, John Nemechek back in the gas way before Harmon, and it really seemed to get slowed down before he made contact. Feeling like Harmon won't be happy about that.
No contact in the left rear. Rarely do you see a car spin without contact here. Walls on inside and outside straightaways. Heavy contact, a lot of damage to the 74 car.
Another restart. Cindric on the outside, Allgaier on the inside.
Inside lane continues to struggle out of the restart zone, but then accelerates. Well, what a turns 1 and 2 for Justin Allgaier. The 70 storms for the lead.
Allgaier out front. Here comes Cindric though. All over his back bumper once again as the 00 Cole Custer working by Zane Smith.
And Steve, this was their plan. They weren't exactly thrilled with the balance of their race cars. You see him peel to the bottom here. They told Cole, we're going to have to chase the racetrack today. Move around when you see fit. That's one of the things you can do at Dover. He's moving inside of Cindric right now.
Well, Cindric moved around. That was a mirror. That was a mirror move if I've seen one right there. I'm going to run the lane he's in. I don't blame him. You got to protect, fighting for every point. Crosses over. He's going to try to battle into turn 1.
And side by side for second, as Custer's going to keep the momentum up a little bit higher on the track and clear the 22. Now he'll set his sights on the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Allgaier winless in 2019 and 1 lap to go in stage 1. So Allgaier needing points because he hasn't won this year. Not many playoff points at all for Allgaier. And Cole Custer, one of the big 3. And looking to the inside as they work their way through 3 and 4. He's going to get close, but he's not going to get there. Allgaier's going to win stage 1. Just the 6th stage win for Justin Allgaier. As we see the 1 of Mike Lynette. He will end up in the top 10. And green flag coming out for the start of stage 2. Allgaier, Cindric, Noah Gragson in the 9 up here into the top 4 now.
Don't look now. That 11, Justin Haley, battling with the 9 for the 3rd position. In that must-win, can he play spoiler? We keep counting points. Can Justin Haley say, you can have all the points you want, I'm going to win this race?
Justin Allgaier up front. And right now has a 9/10 of a second lead over Cindric. Currently, starting this playoff race, this elimination race, the 20 and the 00, they had already clinched spots in the round of 8. Now the 22 of Austin Cindric and the 2 of Tyler Reddick, because of where they're running and the points that they're going to be able to earn, they have also clinched a spot in the round of 8. So that leaves just 4 positions still available.
A lot of people going into this race thought that 8 car, if we got a long run, that 8 car could win this race because his speed was so good on old tires. We're not really seeing that. That hasn't developed into the race yet, but yesterday in practice, there was a serious belief that on a long run, this 8 car would be the one to beat.
See Zane Smith wisely just giving the top lane to the 00. Remember the 00 ran second in the first stage, lost all those spots on pit road. Good communication on the 8. Now, I don't want you to just, give up a spot at any time, but when someone like Cole Custer's running you down, let him go, maybe learn, right? Why he did run it over here in the spring, speaking of Zane Smith, follow this 00, see what he's doing.
As I'm sure Justin Allgaier is confident in his race car, as he is now 1.1 seconds in front of Austin Cindric. But it's Allgaier who's led 62 laps already, and he will win stage 2. So now the sweep of stage 1 and stage 2, that's just the 2nd time that Justin Allgaier has won both stages.
Justin Allgaier in front of him, he joked with his crew chief a moment ago, said, hey, you told me you wanted points today. I went out and I got that. More importantly, they got those 2 playoff points as well, and the changes overnight worked to make that car better on the long run, but the 7 loses a few spots here on pit road, Rick.
The drama at Dover continues. John Nemechek back in to tighten the lug nuts on the left rear tire. They didn't get them all tight when he pitted at the end of stage 2. After that great stop, they had the track position they wanted. It's all for naught. He'll have to restart at the back.
Rick, I don't know how many times we can say it. This is a team sport. As much as we focus on the drivers, John Hunter Nemechek, we thought they gained spots, but focus on the rear changer here. The tire goes on, the jack's going to get dropped. Well, look, he's still working. He's still trying to tighten lug nuts. I know he perhaps is having an issue, but it's the gentleman dropping the jack. It's his job to make sure the tire changes are done, even if the tire changes are having an issue. Jeff, week in and week out, we see races won, lost, and controlled on pit road.
Getting ready to start the final stage. Cindric Briscoe making up the front row.
Look at that 2nd car on the outside. The 00 ran well in stage 1. Slow pit stop, got it behind, trying to recover. But Jeff, you said it. The 98 of Briscoe is going to be good as we beat and bang for 2nd.
A lot of contact.
Those 2 locked up there. Justin Allgaier now has the position. Cindric has dropped back to 3rd, but a lot of contact between Allgaier and Cindric.
You guys talk about Justin Allgaier being so aggressive. Well, we're driving a little more fire on the belly as well. After leading 67 laps in the first 2 stages, they lost 4 spots on the last stop. Here's what he said on the radio afterwards.
Come on, we can't have stops like that, boys. I know it's not effort, but it's going to be tough, man. All right, we got one more. We got one more to get it all back.
They know the car they have today. They don't want to lose it on pit road. Allgaier, it's been more than a year since he won. Certainly would love to get it back to victory lane today.
The Monster Mile may have claimed another one. Marty, interesting. Briscoe running up front, but you're hearing there might be an issue.
Well, yeah, and he's been the story of this race, Rick, all the way from the back to the lead. And remember that electrical issue in qualifying. Listen a moment ago, Chase Briscoe on the radio.
We're starting to do it again. 10-4, bud. Do the best you can here. Take care of it. Pace is plenty good. Plenty good. 10 better.
And since then, he's actually pulled away from second place Justin Allgaier. Richard Boswell there on the left, the crew chief. Remember what he told me, Steve? I got most everything done and changed I wanted to get done. Not everything I wanted to get changed. So what can you do if you're Boswell at this point, Steve? The car's out there. Then you got what you got as a driver. But this is such a frustrating feeling to go from the back to the front and leading. And now you might have another motor issue.
And listen, if I'm Mike Lynette, I'm the last guy to come to pit road. I can give up 4 spots. I can give up 4 seconds. I cannot give up a lap. I am racing one car and one car only. I am racing the 23. I don't do anything that puts me a lap behind the 23 under any circumstance. So as we see, the leader, the 98 of Chase Briscoe, has now gotten by the 23 of John Hunter Nemechek. See how he did it right here. He gets right in the left rear. 23 gets loose with that air, gets in that left rear quarter panel.
I know the book would call for John Hunter Nemechek to wait to be, you know, until he wasn't the first car lap down. But I have to believe that they have to push the button here. I'm not so sure they just shouldn't come to pit road right now and just try to get tires on and make up a ton of ground. Hope Mike Lynette makes a mistake.
Briscoe is in, Marty. And no complaints chassis-wise for Chase Briscoe. They're very happy with it, obviously. He comes to pit road with a 4.5-second lead. We'll see if they can hold that lead here on pit road. A little long there on the left rear for the 98. Chase Briscoe with the 4 fresh Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel. We'll see where he cycles out. Some of the guys still haven't come to pit road. We'll see what happens there.
Too conservative. You mentioned it. Justin Allgaier, between coming to pit road early and getting on and off pit road quicker, was over 2 seconds back, and he will be in front of the 98. That will be the race for the lead with Cole Custer, Annette Haley, and John Hunter Nemechek come to pit road.
And not by a little bit in front. He is going to be almost a full straightaway in front of that 98 car.
A huge turn of events just takes place. There were green flag pit stops underway, and the 90 spins trying to get onto pit road. That's Dylan Bassett. The 23 was on pit road, but with the caution coming out, does that help the 23 save that lap that he was down?
Well, we're going to have to see. He was already 1 lap down on the racetrack, so this would be saving another lap not to go 2 or perhaps 3 down. I think the bigger decision, Cole Custer was still on the racetrack, race leader. Michael Annette still on the racetrack. And guys, must-win situation for Justin Haley. Well, he is only one of the 3 cars currently on the lead lap. Michael Annette might have to race him to save his playoff spot.
We've been talking about how hard it is to get onto pit road. Well, here you see it. Bassett just carrying too much speed. Car comes around on him, and NASCAR really has no choice right here but to throw the caution with that car sneaking up near the racetrack. They just have to throw the caution right there.
As crazy as it looks, the lineup correct.
Look at the confusion. There's some real confusion back here in the back with the 22 and the 98. They're 3 wide.
They got settled out before they went across the start-finish line. A great restart for the 00 of Cole Custer. Here comes Justin Allgaier. He's up to second. Allgaier still looking for a win in 2019.
Silly as it sounds, that's what Michael Annette wants to see. As long as the 11 is behind him, he knows that his path to the playoffs is clear.
11 almost got into the 8 car. Both cars up the racetrack. I think Zane Smith was trying to get away from him. There he goes again. Haley has nothing to lose. He's going to push the issue right here.
The gap between 1 and 2. Custer and Allgaier, 0.4 of a second.
With the 11's inability to go up there and take the lead, Michael Annette currently looks really good on points. So now if you go back to the front of the field, Cole Custer and Michael Annette.
Up into the wall, turn 2.
Caution on 2 here.
And coming in and getting them with Matt Mills, but that was the 07. Ray Black Jr. and the 01 also involved.
Like I got a flat or something.
Stephen Light.
The 07 goes around, and then chain reaction. The 01 and the 5 as they try to slow down for the wreck. I think there was some contact. Looked like the 01 had damage coming into the screen.
Oh, yeah, contact.
Yeah, the 5 got into the 01 when he was checking up. Coming up on 7 laps to go.
Great start by the 11, Justin Haley. Really good launch.
Haley pushing the 0-0 of Cole Custer. But here comes the 7 of Allgaier once again. Little contact as they go down the backstretch. Haley running third. Cedric is fourth. Haley in a must-win situation.
Oh, you don't want to be 3 wide here.
6 laps to go. Cole Custer up front. Allgaier falling back. Lost a lot of ground through 1 and 2.
He's trying his hardest to do everything he can to stay in that 3rd position. You never know what's going to happen. Cedric taking the battle to him, going to take this spot. Fighting for every position on the racetrack.
Cole Custer, 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. On an anniversary weekend for Dover, the 50th anniversary. It's also an anniversary for Cole Custer. It's his 100th start in the Xfinity Series. And it looks as though Cole Custer is going to get his 7th win of the season. It comes on his 100th start, and it comes at the Monster Mile.
Thank you, guys. I've been wanting to win here for a long time. Great goal. Good job, guys. Good job. We got that goal buster.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.